Shawn Ray here with Big Mac, Cedric McMillan, our reigning defending Arnold Classic champion. How does that sound?
Well, I don't like the Big Mac part. That's a cheeseburger.
What is it called? What's the nickname?
They call me the one.
The one. I like that. We're here with the one.
Somebody called me that. They said back when I first got started, and they were talking about my potential.
Right.
This old guy, he didn't want to kind of taught me a lot about bodybuilding, and he was talking about my potential. I was like, I don't know about all that. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can look like that. Mm-hmm. And you know what he said? He said, man, you kind of act like Neo on Matrix. He said everybody else could see that he was the one, but he's sitting here doubting it like, nah, And so he said, you just like him. He said, but hopefully one day your ass is going to wake up and you're going to meet that potential, and you're going to actually realize that you can do what we see that you're capable of doing, and that kind of stuck with me.
It'll make good sense. I mean, we were here a year ago when you became the one, and you finished the year with victory over in Italy, over in San Marino. So is that enough time for you to come back here and do what you did a year ago? Because you look like you didn't take any time off.
All right, well, and I did. So first, let me tell you, it was kind of a roller coaster last year. Right. Winning the Arnold, okay, but when I look back at the pictures and the videos and stuff, the size made it look different, the density and stuff. But I would have liked to see myself a little leaner, you know what I'm saying? Right. And so that's what I was focused on.
That's the most important.
Yeah, and then getting to the Olympia and everything didn't go right. Nothing went right, you know what I'm saying? And so I started prepping myself. And so going into California, I got control over what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? I can use my eyes and my sense and my awareness, and I was happy with the results. Mm-hmm. And then I just had to find
the Ferrigno show.
Right, and I just had to fine tune some stuff going into Italy, and then I looked back and I was like, okay, that's pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty good. So what I was happy about, okay, because it can do like this. If you decide, which I can remember we talked, you say you always did your own stuff. Right. Imagine if you didn't, and then all of a sudden you say, you know what, I'm gonna do my own thing. Right. There's probably some people saying this is gonna be a train wreck. Right. And so then when you do it and actually go right,
it landed you in the winner's circle.
It make you feel like, okay, so I am capable of figuring this out and doing this myself, So that's what I felt from Italy. And then on top of that, I had so much awareness of everything that I did, what my body looked like in advance, what my body looked like in the moment, what my body looked like the morning of, all of that stuff, right? So then I can just apply the same things to now, so I have so much control and awareness, right?
Not only that, but it sounds like you got confidence too, like the one had in the Matrix, and you look bigger than ever. I mean, I stood next to you many times. You look big.
Man, listen, I'm going to tell you, right? The confidence is, okay, because I never knew how I would end up looking on stage, ever. And see, now I know I did this, and this. This is what I look like along the way. Right. I can duplicate that. You know what I'm saying? So all I needed was the time in the off season, try to add a little more muscle to it, and then follow my format again. You know what I'm saying? And everything kind of went going like it should go. Now, let me tell you the difference, because, I was up 20 pounds last year. Right. I was 280 something, when I arrived here, and I was 276 this morning when I left home. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
you still got 2 days to dry out more.
Right. So the weight is down, but I look bigger.
Right.
So that means it's probably more quality muscle. And that same thing I was saying, I wish I was a little leaner last year. Right. I think I'm gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? So
let's talk about last year, because your nemesis at last year's show, Dallas McCarver, is not here. Yep. Tragically taken away from us. Yep. Does that resonate with you throughout the balance of the year?
Listen, man, I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this dude ever since it happened. Yeah. Because for me, and I talked to him, and I read something that he wrote in a post, and he said, Cedric beat me from the back. Yeah. And my job is to make sure he never do that again. Right? Pedal to the metal.
That stuck with you.
Right. So and then when something happened, I felt kind of to blame, like, damn, if he would have won, he would have been able to chill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and so,
that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
You know what I'm saying? So I felt guilty, like I would have
happily had second place
than for somebody because look,
We don't control that.
Think about it, man. What do people say in this sport right here? You got to be willing to do whatever it takes. You got to be willing to push, and you got to be willing to dedicate, and you got to be willing to do. And then you got somebody that's willing to do all of that, and then
they're gone.
And those same people that talk all that shit, they move on to the next one now.
Right.
So so the people that's like, hey man, you gotta, where they, my man go. So I think about him and look, we wasn't even tight like that.
But he got you out of bed. You knew he was coming. He was coming to the show. You have to train against these guys, right? But
listen, man, it's like this. Everything that happened, I gotta capitalize. If this man ain't here no more. Right. Okay, so if you win and then that happened, you gotta take this motherfucker as far as you can. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And like just in honor of him giving everything he had for it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's been a driving. Like I said, man, me and him ain't even tight like that. But I feel like I gotta try to do something for this man.
Yeah, and in the efforts of doing that, this is going to be an Olympia lineup. We got big William Bonac. We got the return of Dexter the Blade Jackson. You got to hold off the return of Dennis Wolf.
Yeah.
Are you focused on you, or you're aware of what you're jumping into here? This is like the Olympics.
Look, man, I'm actually excited. Like usually I go into shows and I'm scared and I'm nervous, right? I'm actually excited because what I wanted to do after the Arnold last year is I wanted to go to the Olympia. I always, man, just let me get compared to the best guys. Let me get compared. You know, when things didn't go right, I didn't even get that comparison. You know what I'm saying? So, they coming here?
This is you.
Oh, now I can get these comparisons. So I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, like I said, what I need to do, what my body need to look like, that's already handled. Right. The emotional aspects of it, it ain't no fear, it ain't no worry. I just want to try to honor D, you know, and look, I can't touch on that enough, man, but like, look, if I can take this thing as far as it can go, then maybe some things can be said. Look, if you're a loser, ain't nobody trying to hear what you're talking about. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if you can win, then you maybe can gain enough respect to where what you say matter. And I'm just saying, if I had the opportunity, I would try to make sure that shit like that didn't happen no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
victory looks very sweet on you, my friend. Can we get a bicep shot? Cedric McMillan taken to the stage. 2 short days right here in Columbus, Ohio. The reigning defending champion going for number 2.
Hey, look, before I go, shout out to Shawn Ray, 91. Look, man, people come up in the sport, right? And they in the sport for themselves. They're all about what they can get from it, the money, whatever. They selling whatever they selling, and they trying to make money for themselves, or maybe they just want prestige, right? When you was competing, you probably wasn't thinking about a little nappy-head fella that was watching you, that was gonna give them something to target their life towards. I call it paving the way, even though you wasn't thinking about paving no way. You was just doing your thing. Right. And so I just really want, that I got a chance to talk to you. I just really want to say thank you for what you did and for being that vision for me and for being the inspiration for me. And then I also want to say, through all the ups and downs with my career, and with this motherfucker getting leveled out now, I hope that I can make you be proud of, okay, so this man saying he inspired by me, and then he's able to, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you, man, and I told y'all this, I think I was in Germany, I won this FIBO show. Yeah. And I told you, Flex and Kevin, I said, I just want to make y'all proud, man. I want to represent the way y'all used to look and the way y'all used to do it. I want to look like y'all used to look, and I want to represent y'all. So I just want to try to be a good representation of what y'all did.
And you are doing it in spades, my friend. Keep up the good work. We're going to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
For Generation Iron, Cedric McMillan, I'm Shawn Ray.